created the Knit and Purl app for the Google AI Hackathon. It's a knitting app that uses AI to give users knitting instructions either for a project they have in their head already or for a random project. This is a low-code submission, and the main low-code tool I used was AppSmith, so I'm going to quickly walk you through the benefits and the features of that. So this is the sort of building canvas area. You can see a lot of the widgets are simply just drag and drop, and you can personalize them quite a lot. There's interactive elements, say like these buttons, where you can quickly add a on-click action. Very simply, just all point and click. And this is great. For me, my background is more of a data analysis, data science, so I'm not very well versed in JavaScript, but I still felt like I had a good idea for the AI hackathon. So the ability to submit a low-code project really helped me feel like I could be involved and really helped to democratize the hackathon and just software in general. Also, a low-code submission is good because it allowed me, instead of spending 4 weeks hard coding trying to get all the features I imagined down, it really allowed me to take time to consider other parts of the project and make a really well-rounded project in the end. So I could consider things like accessible design, the user experience of the app. It allowed me to do more research on LLMs and the model that I wanted to use in the knitting app. And it also allowed me to spend some time reading about the ethics of AI and LLMs, which really helped with my own personal development and learning. So I'll quickly go to the next page, which is for user input. Again, there's a few features here that I wouldn't have been able to hard code in the time, which really add to the user experience and help people understand how to use the AI app. There's things like the little tooltip that asks users to give as much detail as they can. Also, when users start to type, pop-ups come saying, please provide more details for your prompt, which again helps users get more out of the app, and I wouldn't have been able to implement into the app without the low-code solution. Another thing that the low-code solution helped was it allowed me to add 2 different prompts to the app. It sped up the development process and gave me time to add both a free text box where users can ask for a specific item they want to knit, but also it allowed me to add this second option where users who just want to get a bit creative for an afternoon can select a random pattern. And I'll show you how the AI integrated now is over in this query section. And the reason I chose AppSmith was because of the great integration between AppSmith and the Google AIs. I used the Vertex AI in my project, and I set it up with these 2, what they call the messages here, but it's basically the prompts to the model. So the first one is asking for a random project. So I told the AI it's a knitting expert. I've asked it for instructions for a project with a rating of beginner or intermediate. I've also asked for a list of equipment and a suggested gauge. And then I've given it some examples of projects that might be acceptable, hats, blankets, etc. The second query includes a parameter for user input, so it's very similar, but it is searching for whatever the user wants to knit. And going back, so with these buttons, it adds a action on click. So the first one is it navigates to the next page where the instructions going to be, and the second action is to assign the prompt that we set in that query section. So you can see here it's navigate to the next page. Then it has also triggered the process of sending the prompt to the AI, which has then returned this instructions for cozy cable socks, which sounds very cute. So that's a little very brief overview of the low code solution I implemented for my project. In summary, the low code option really helped me to speed up the development process. It allowed me to add multiple prompts, extra features which improved user experience, and also allowed the AI to be used more effectively by users. It allowed me to consider design a bit more, and also allowed me just time to do a bit more learning. So thank you for listening.